everyone, welcome back to Obsessive Prepper-AZ. Today's video is on flour, storing flour, the different ways to store them and how long we can store them. But not just flour, I'm talking about hard white wheat. Now what I want to do on this video is kind of talking about knowledge that I have and sharing different ways to store it, but I'm also calling out to all of you that are preppers that have been prepping for a long period of time. And I'll get on into the story as I'm going through different methods, trying to express myself and why I'm actually doing this video, if that makes any sense. Sometimes I just don't make any sense. Now, one of the things that we all do as preppers is try to stretch the longest amount of time that we can get on our food. And not just stretch it, but how do we properly store our food. And some means that might not work for me here in Arizona might work for you in different areas and vice versa. I am a dry climate. I have a lot of heat that I have to deal with, so my prepping needs are going to be different from somebody, let's say, back in South Carolina with a lot of humidity, colder regions. We have to worry about water where other regions don't have to worry about so much of storing water. But on flour, the reason why I'm doing this video is I came across a TikTok video, and I do not like to just call people out. I've only done a couple of these videos where I've actually called out certain companies for misinformation of saying that like the bucket meals can, last 25 years when that is misinformation. Maybe 10-20% of the meals in the bucket will last that long. If you look at the ingredients, 80% mostly has got fats in it. They have got oils in it, and it's not going to last that length of time that they're saying. And they have changed it where they say up to, but I still believe it's misguiding. Now going back to the TikTok video, Cassandra, I'm not sure of the last name, but I'm going to leave this video here, a little bit of a clip on it. Again, I'm not trying to attack, but I have to call it out when it is misinformation. Now on her TikTok, she's showing how to dry can flour. Okay, great. Can it. Do what you need to do. But she's telling people that you can take AP, all-purpose flour, and store it up to 25 to 30 years. Starts out at 20, then it moves to 25, and then it was at the very end up to 30 years. Now, I'm telling you, I have been a prepper for 25 years, and I know how long in my region in Arizona I can store flour before it starts going rancid. I max 7 years of what I've gotten on all-purpose flour. You could actually use it, but it starts to go rancid. The smell you can't get past, and you can actually eat it other than you're going to have intestinal issues. So on this video, what I'm trying to do is correct her. I'm real happy that there's preppers out there and there's new preppers out there. I want us all to learn from each other, but when you're doing a video just to get volume, to get people to give you money because you're making money for this video and you really don't have any knowledge of what you're talking about, it's misinformation. It's a waste of money for people. It's telling people the wrong information. They're going to put it away and they're going to expect it to be good for that long period of time. And if you watch my videos, I'm always about rotate, rotate, rotate. Now, going to the different ways of storing flour. Now, all-purpose flour is going to store here in Arizona, and this is what I want to hear from you. Leave in comments the longest you get for these items. But the longest I got was 7 years. Now, I did a bunch of cans in 2007, and after about the 7th year, it started going rancid. Now I say cans. I went to the LDS cannery with some friends and I canned flour in number 10 cans with an oxygen absorber. And that is one of the best ways you're going to can flour. Now when we talk about canning, you can also use flour in like mason jars, and we can do this as canning. And you can do a mason jar, put an oxygen absorber into it. If you don't have oxygen absorbers, and if you watch my channel, I preach the food saver, the lid attachment that goes on, then it sucks and removes the oxygen out. And so we literally have no issues No air, no bugs hatching. That's another kind of thing. And everybody that is a prepper, that's been prepper for a long time, some things work for other people that maybe does not work for me. And years ago, I tried the dry canning method. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm going to leave a link down in the description if you want to read that information. And I only got this information from one of my subscribers that watch my videos on dry canning and the problems with dry canning. Then when I'm talking dry canning, I'm talking about putting it in the oven and heating it up. So it's a good read. Look down in my descriptions. But a lot of people do that. And if it works for you, that works for you. But it's just not been something that works for me. Something I do is I put a cupcake liner inside my jar when I'm sucking the air out, and it helps keep the flour from going up into that hose. So there's a little tip for you. Now, I've got flour here in food saver bags with the oxygen removed if you want to do something like that. If you do not have a food saver, you can always use a brake bleeder with that lid attachment. Look up brake bleeder. There's a lot of information on YouTube. We'll show you how to use the brake bleeders. But that's another alternative. You can put flour in well, this is a 2-gallon bucket in a Mylar bag. So you can either put it in 5-gallon buckets, use your Mylar bags, put your oxygen absorbers in your 5-gallon buckets, or in this little guy here, I have smaller Mylar bags that I've got here, and then I put oxygen absorbers into this. Now, another little tip, I have not tried it because I do not do a whole lot of Mylar anymore, but I come across somebody that used their food saver bags, cut little strip on the inside, and then when you tuck that into your food saver, it grabs on and it removes the oxygen without having to use the oxygen absorber. So if you use that method, I'd love to hear from you. So there's 2 options. Well, what is that? 1, 2, 3 options of storing your flour. Again, 7 years is max of what I got. Before, I was just like, the smell, the taste was just a little bit too much. And I learned to start rotating my flour a lot faster than what I was doing. Now we're on wheat berries. Now, where her misinformation came from is she was telling people to store flour, that you could store flour for 20, 25, 30 years, and that is inaccurate. She must have watched a video, did something where she heard that. And what we're talking about that you can store for longer periods of time is hard white wheat. Now, when you store hard white wheat, you are going to get that 20, 25 year, possibly even longer on the berries. Now, I'm going to stress again, rotate, rotate, rotate. But that's where her misinformation was coming from. You cannot store all-purpose flour and have it good 20, 25 years later. Now, your wheat berries can come, I've got like here, you can purchase them in these big buckets, or you can do the same thing that I've already gone through. You can put them in glass jars, you can use your food saver, or you can use your Mylar bags. I'm gonna do this as a quick video. I'm sorry, when I see bad information, I've just got to call it out, and it was inaccurate. I don't know if she meant to do it or if she just is a new prepper and she's trying to build up volume. I don't know as far as TikTok's concerned. I'm going to leave it there. I want to hear from you all. I would love to hear your different ways of storing flour, your wheat berries, and also if you're going to store wheat berries, make sure you have grinders. You're going to have grinders to use your wheat berries. Have a great day. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you want to be notified for future videos, ring the bell. Have a blessed day.